You've probably seen apple cider vinegar trending everywhere, on TikTok, YouTube, and wellness blogs, all promising that a spoon of this sour liquid a day can melt belly fat like magic. But does it really work, or is it just another overhyped health fad? Today we'll uncover the truth. In this video, we're diving deep into the science behind apple cider vinegar, what it actually does to your body, and whether it truly helps with fat loss. By the end, you'll know if it's worth adding to your daily routine, or if it belongs back on your salad. Apple cider vinegar, or ACV, is made through a two-step fermentation process. First, crushed apples are combined with yeast, turning the natural sugars into alcohol. Then, bacteria are added to convert that alcohol into acetic acid, the key active compound that gives vinegar its sharp taste and potential health benefits. Most people take 1 or 2 tablespoons of ACV diluted in water, usually before meals. Its popularity comes from claims that it can reduce appetite, improve digestion, and support fat loss. But before we believe the hype, let's look at what science actually says. Here's the honest truth. Apple cider vinegar doesn't directly burn fat. There's no magic enzyme inside that melts fat cells or boosts your metabolism overnight. However, research shows it may help you lose weight indirectly by improving blood sugar control, reducing appetite, and supporting gut health. For instance, acetic acid slows the absorption of carbohydrates, preventing sharp blood sugar spikes after meals. When your blood sugar and insulin levels are stable, your body stores less fat and uses energy more efficiently. That's one small way ACV can support your metabolism. Another benefit is appetite control. In one study, people who took vinegar before a high-carb meal felt fuller and ended up eating about 200 to 75 fewer calories throughout the day. That doesn't sound like much, but over time, consistent calorie reduction can make a noticeable difference. Additionally, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar contains what's called the mother, strands of proteins, enzymes, and friendly bacteria that may support a healthy gut. And a healthy gut affects everything from digestion and nutrient absorption to inflammation and fat metabolism. So while ACV isn't a fat burner, it can act as a small, helpful piece in the bigger picture of weight management. Let's take a closer look at the studies. A well-known Japanese study published in Bioscience, Biotechnology, and Biochemistry followed 175 overweight adults for 12 weeks. Half drank 1 to 2 tablespoons of vinegar daily, and the other half drank none. After 3 months, the vinegar group lost an average of 2 to 4 pounds more than the control group. The results were modest but real. Another small study found that vinegar improved insulin sensitivity after a high-carb meal by up to 34%, which helps your body handle carbs more efficiently and prevent fat storage. So while ACV isn't a miracle solution, it can be a small, consistent helper when paired with a balanced diet and active lifestyle. If you decide to use apple cider vinegar, do it safely. First and foremost, always dilute it. Mix 1 or 2 tablespoons in a large glass of water. Drinking it straight can harm your teeth and throat because of the strong acidity. Many people prefer to drink it before meals, especially if the meal is high in carbohydrates, to help with appetite and blood sugar control. But don't go overboard. More vinegar doesn't mean faster results. In fact, overconsumption can lower potassium levels and interact with medications like insulin or diuretics. As with anything health-related, moderation is key. When buying, look for raw, unfiltered ACV with the mother. That cloudy layer at the bottom is where the beneficial compounds live. And finally, pay attention to how your body reacts. If you experience nausea, acid reflux, or stomach discomfort, it's best to stop. Now let's clear up some of the biggest myths about apple cider vinegar. First, the idea that ACV melts fat overnight is completely false. No drink can replace consistent diet and exercise. Second, skipping meals and replacing them with vinegar is dangerous. You'll lose water and muscle, not fat, and your metabolism will slow down. Third, the more is better myth is harmful. Drinking large amounts of vinegar can actually erode your tooth enamel and irritate your stomach. And finally, not all vinegars are equal. White vinegar doesn't have the probiotics or enzymes found in apple cider vinegar, so you won't get the same benefits. Remember, ACV can support your fat loss efforts, but it's not a standalone solution. Here's what really drives sustainable fat loss: maintaining a calorie deficit, keeping your hormones balanced, improving digestion, sleeping well, and exercising regularly. Apple cider vinegar may assist a little with appetite and blood sugar control, but it's not a substitute for these fundamentals. Think of it as a small tool in your health toolbox. If your diet and lifestyle are already on track, adding ACV can give you a small but measurable edge, maybe 1 or 2% improvement, that compounds over time. So how can you make ACV work for you? Keep it simple. Add 1 tablespoon to a large glass of water, drink it before your biggest meal of the day, and do it consistently. You can even mix in lemon juice or a little honey to improve the taste. Use it as a supporting habit, not a replacement for real nutrition. Pair it with whole foods, lean protein, fiber, and regular movement. That's where you'll see lasting results. Now that we've explored the science, what's the final verdict? Yes, apple cider vinegar can help with fat loss, but in a small, supportive way. No, it will not melt belly fat overnight. And yes, you can include it as part of a healthy, balanced lifestyle if you enjoy it and tolerate it well. In short, it's a helper, not a hero. Real results come from consistency, not shortcuts. If you're eating right, sleeping enough, and moving your body daily, ACV can give you a little extra boost to stay on track. So the next time you see someone online claiming that apple cider vinegar transformed their body in a week, you'll know the real story. It's not the vinegar doing the magic, it's the habits around it. The truth is, small actions like stable blood sugar, mindful eating, and a balanced gut add up over time. Apple cider vinegar simply supports those systems. It's the cherry on top of a solid foundation, not the foundation itself. To wrap it up, apple cider vinegar isn't a miracle, but it is a useful tool. It may help suppress your appetite, improve digestion, and balance blood sugar, all of which can indirectly make weight loss easier. But no supplement, drink, or shortcut replaces good habits. True transformation happens when you combine science, discipline, and consistency. If you're ready to lose weight the smart way, make ACV part of a balanced strategy, and not your only strategy.